Now, here's the thing, people. I was going to try to save the Luke Cage review. You know, Luke Cage just came out on Friday on that Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has been talking about this, and everybody's been wanting to binge it all weekend. Some people already done with it, and now they're done with it, I want to hear other people talk about it. And here's the thing, Korey.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to try to wait. For, you know, the original funny book boy to be in here, Martin Thomas, who knows all about the comics with Luke Cage and everything.
Right.
But y'all you see, and this is what black people do, man. Whenever we get something that is black and proud, somebody gonna try to guilt you for it.
Oh yeah.
Like some people said, not even waiting for us to give an answer. Like one dude sent me a message on Facebook saying, "Hey man, you gonna be reviewing that Luke Cage?" Mm-hmm. And before I was typing him back. I was actually writing him back. And then he's like, "Oh, but you can't support no brothers, huh? You review all that white shit."
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Wait, I'm serious, man. I'm not lying." Like, "Oh, you know what? When we finally get something, you can't talk about that." I'm like, brother, give me a chance.
Being proud, brother, being proud.
You know, yeah. Mm-hmm. I got the Nation of Islam,
basically
on my ass about this. Mm-hmm. So I said, "Hey, let me go ahead and talk about this only because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil my own review." I don't know how you feel about it, Korey. Actually, I do, but I'm going to save it. But this series blew my mind, man. If y'all sleeping on that Luke Cage right now, then y'all need to wake up and get on this shit because it is one of the best things that Netflix has done.
I need to. Cops can only do so much. You never really know what anyone is capable of.
Boy, the second I saw that scene in the show, I was like, "Oh my god, yes,
yes,
oh my god, yes,
yes." I was somebody had that shit coming to them too.
Because the second he told somebody say what he did, he was like,
Oh, you see how we talking about this right now? I'm telling you, man, I am in love with this show, and I've only seen 3.5 episodes of it. And Luke been keeping my ass up because I've been going out to the festival, had to get up and get ready, but I've been going home. And I don't care what time it is, man. I'm up at 5 a.m. watching goddamn Luke Cage, man. You know, I'm, and the reason why I'm so into this is because, yeah, it really does have a lot of, for me, and a lot of people, it really does have a cultural representation that appeals to someone like me, and you too.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, first of all, there's the hip hop influence in there, but let's just get right down to it. Let's just be honest with the people. Mm-hmm. If you're somebody that said, "You know what, man, I'm tired of all this black shit out here." Mm-hmm. You know, if that is you, I mean, I'm talking about black shit. I'm talking about you tired of seeing black movies. You tired of hearing black people in the news.
Black people video games.
Black people in video games. Mm-hmm. I gotta play a black guy now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired of this black shit. Well, don't bother with Luke Cage because Luke Cage
kill yourself.
Luke Cage ain't nothing but black shit.
It shit oozes black culture.
It is. Mm-hmm. They could have just called this black shit instead of Luke Cage.
Yup.
And look, that's okay. Because, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why that in particular really helps this show be as great as it is. And it has some flaws, but because this show has chosen to to identify itself with the culture that is involved with it, it sets it apart from a lot of things that Marvel has done. This is probably the most unique property Marvel has done.
Oh, yeah.
This shit is so black that even a bag of pork rinds made a cameo appearance. Did you see that jar of pork rinds? Did you see that?
I did. The pork rinds and the hot sauce in the same episode. I was like, man.
In the same episode.
In a barbershop.
In a barbershop. Mm-hmm. I was expecting to turn those pork rinds and see Martin eating that shit.
He's back there spooning out of them.
Yeah, he's in the jar, waving his jaw.
It's me.
Yeah, man. That's how black this show is. Now, here's the thing that is so cool about what they decide to do with this as far as making this really a black show. There are a lot of elements of other shows, of other things out there. Not shows, but movies. This is, I would say, and this is, some people might disagree with me, but this is the legitimization of blaxploitation.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling this neo-blaxploitation.
Really? There's a term now.
Yeah.
Well, shit, that was quick.
It's like neo-soul, neo-blaxploitation.
Shit, I mean, it ain't even the weekend over yet. Ain't somebody a regular name for it. Yep. Neo-blaxploitation, but you know what? You're exactly right. because with this, it's doing blaxploitation seriously. I mean, it's very aware of what it is, and it's putting elements of blaxploitation, classic blaxploitation out there, but it's doing that without being a parody.
Right.
And without paying too much of an homage.
Yeah,
to where it's obvious.
Yeah, it's certain things like it's small nods to it. Like if you didn't grow up watching blaxploitation films, or you didn't really like know a lot of the idiosyncrasies to it, like usually something you'll see in blaxploitation films is anytime there's action going on, or the lead character does something really cool, that good music kicks in, that jazz, or that.
That's the thing about the first thing you will notice with Luke Cage is the music, because the music shows exactly what we're talking about right here. It's showing you classic blaxploitation music, that 70s sound.
Yep.
But they Wu-Tanged it up. They got Wu-Tang era sounds in here with the hip hop.
Yeah.
And that really helps to come in and tailor this show for modern day. You're right, man. Once he comes in, see, one of the things with blaxploitation is a brother walking in the room and you hear that dude over there. Dudes with the horns. You know, he stands in the room and tells people, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of all y'all.
Yep.
And that is classic blaxploitation whenever they do a fight scene in Luke Cage.
I'm about sick of always having to buy new clothes.
It's like y'all ain't heard of me, have you?
Them dudes were right on time too. They got Earth, Wind, and Fire back up.
They're just staying off camera. All right, go.
And they had it. I didn't think they had the dude. They got that dude from the 70s.
They had to take him out the cryogenics vault. Got him here.
He's still holding that guitar and shit. When they thought him, he was already playing.
Yeah, man, they do that. And the other thing that I really enjoy with this, especially with the music, is that you said they have the new era, like they have Wu-Tang in here. How do you say his name? Jadina? Jadina's in here doing a musical number. And they do a good job of having the old school stuff, but also the new school stuff. So you get people like Faith Evans shows up in the second episode.
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, Raphael Sadiq at the first.
Raphael Sadiq. So there's there's like I don't know if you want to call it neo R&B or modern R&B, but they got that in there. A lot of this music though that you hear comes courtesy of Ali Shaheed Muhammad from a Tribe Called Quest, who did a great job. Damn, that brother, he must be on like 50 terrorist watch list right now with that name.
Ali Shaheed Muhammad, just go ahead and put me on the list, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker never catches a plane on time.
He probably never leave New York.
Shit, that's him in the waiting room right now. Can I go now? But you know, courtesy of him, man, he's the real driving musical force. Him and Q-Tip behind Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
He's really highly influential for that jazz sound that they had. Apparently, very keen on the 70s sound too.
Yeah.
With superheroes here, man, blaxploitation presented black people with their own versions of superheroes. Now, they didn't fly.
Right.
They didn't shoot lasers.
But they were fly.
But they were super fly. But you know, they didn't shoot lasers or anything because you know those movies didn't have that kind of budget.
Oh yeah, no. No.
But give a brother some karate. That was a superpower for black people.
That's right. Like, I watched a lot of Five Deadly Venoms.
Hell yeah. And it didn't cost anything to kick a motherfucker either.
Falls du wieder aufwachst, verpiss dich zum Südpol.
Oh, that's you in the way, man. Look at you
in front of the camera.
He looked at me and stepped right in front of the camera.
Like, and like, all right.
No, man, that's in German, by the way. That's the only clip I can find. That's Dolomite right there.
I'm about to say, I know the audio from this. That's definitely not it.
You're like, that shit backwards?
That music's still the same.
Yeah. No, man, those were, Dolomite. Dolomite was a guy who did karate because that made him feel like a black superhero.
Right.
And a lot of people took it that way. They did have some. Now, blaxploitation covered a lot of things from crime to action to horror to martial arts.
Right.
But with this, there were hardly any real superheroes. And even then, when they had them, they named them after superheroes that were out there.
Right.
You ever heard of Abar, the first black Superman?
No.
Dude moves into a white neighborhood and the community goes crazy.
Uh-huh.
And so in order to help this dude, And this is also in line with Luke Cage. In order to get his family help, he has a lab in his house, and he creates a potion to make a bulletproof black man.
Suppose I could make you indestructible.
I love how they got the black dude in here with that fake British accent.
That lets you know he's smart.
What if I make you indestructible? and when he gets his powers, he goes through L.A. like Watson, Compton, like staring at shit and changing things.
Hey, Dick! Look like A-Bar's on a trip. Commence firing!
That's his power, man. Yeah. You see, they made him bulletproof. Bulletproof in the movie just means cutting, like editing shots, quick cuts.
Right.
Like they'll shoot a bullet at you, and then they'll cut back to you. Look, you just be looking unharmed. Like they don't have any effects of bullets bouncing off of you.
Right.
The movie's got bulletproof fucking rabbits, man. Like, look at this shit.
Cage is bulletproof.
Would you be afraid to go along with my experiment?
Will said the cage is bulletproof too. No, I just went through the holes, man. That guy's that good of a shot. Y'all gotta see this shit. But hey, look, you see how silly that is? You see how crazy it is? But back in the day, that's what people had.
We had table scraps, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
for black movies.
Yeah, even somebody like Shaft was a detective, but for the black community, he was a superhero.
Good for a nigga named John Shaft. Just found him. Wow.
Damn.
The mob wanted Harlem back. They got Shaft up to here.
Up to here. Yeah, man. You know, it's and that's cool that they are actually being able to come in and fulfill this whole thing of black people actually beginning to see superheroes now.
Yeah, man. I'll text you this one.
A black superhero.
Yeah, like when I was watching, I think I was on episode 3, and I text Korey. I was like, man, have you been watching this? He's like, yeah, man, it's great. I was like, there's a point where I was like, I'm almost on the verge of tears because like kids are going to be able to be like, look up to this. Like I know growing up, me being, a black kid in America, the only like really kind of hero that we had that was on TV was Static Shock. And he was still like, hey, everybody, I'm around. And he like skated on a sewer cap. So
a manhole.
Man, this is a little weird.
Yeah.
But nah, man, this is one of those things like he's a hero to make sure he says, I don't curse. I don't like being called nigga. I don't like all these other things. So I was like, wow, like this gives something for kids to look up to. And I really appreciate that.
You know what? And speaking of that, man, you're right. That's the thing about him is that he doesn't curse. He's literally a black Captain America.
Yeah.
Because he's got old-fashioned ideals. He's always about uplifting the people. He doesn't want to, his part of being respected is to not be disrespectful, so he doesn't use foul language.
Right.
And that bringing in the element of something new for the Marvel Universe. You have people out there saying, look, yeah, Thor ain't fucking with the projects.
Right.
Thor ain't Tony Stark, he got $1 billion. He ain't about to get robbed going up into the projects.
Exactly.
They did Hell's Kitchen and all that. Nobody's going up into the projects, so that has to be a separate identity all his own. It's nice that Marvel is acknowledging that.
But you wouldn't see Captain America or Iron Man or Thor in the projects, in Hell's Kitchen, places of that nature where you would find a Daredevil or a Jessica Jones or Luke Cage.
That when I saw that kind of really made sense to me because the thing is they always reference the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they always say in larger capacity, like, oh, you got to get this tape featuring the old dude with the shield and the blonde dude with the hammer.
They always call it the Incident.
The Incident, hey, the Green Monster, Tony Stark, I got him on CD, I got him on DVD. They're making references in all the Daredevil, Jessica Jones shows. They make references, but they never show up. And that comment right there made me realize, like, yeah, because these are guys who are dealing with areas where those people wouldn't go.
They were dealing like alien attacks, like Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage. They're dealing with, gangsters that are destroying their community as opposed to like Captain America and Avengers that are like global.
Marvel is bringing in these street level heroes. And because they're going in and they're fleshing out their villains. They're making this. Not only have they made blaxploitation, as you say, neo blaxploitation, go mainstream, but to me, when they do this with Daredevil, Jessica Jones in this, they're able to introduce social issues. Yeah. They're able to introduce more drama. They're able to introduce a lot of things that make this more accessible to people outside of the superhero genre. Right. Like you can watch this. You forget that you're watching a superhero show sometimes, and normally I would say that's bad. You know, it's only to somebody like tries to pop a bullet up on Luke Cage, or he throws somebody through a wall or
you're
something.
Like, oh yeah, he's bulletproof.
Yeah, he's bulletproof. Other than that, you're watching this like a crime drama.
Right. Yeah. You that's they really did a great job of doing that. Like the drama in here feels real. Like it feels like and that's something again Gertz was talking about. He was like watching this. It feels like. With Daredevil and Jessica Jones, they spent more time with the superhero themselves of growing, and this one spends like, all right, here he is. Let's see how Harlem itself grows and is affected by him.
Hey, look, don't make that out to be like there's not some superhero shit that goes down, because once they start doing it, I mean, because Luke Cage is a real hero. You know, 2 things you need to know about Luke Cage: he will fuck your woman. You know, he ain't that good at 2 shoes. No. And he will beat your ass afterwards if you ask him about it. You know, when they get into, and plus it happens to people in the show where that's where the hero part comes in, because you see, it happens to people who you want to see get their ass whooped.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cheesy. I will say this. There are some cheesy moments in the show. That whole thing of the thugs coming by and trying to muscle people out of money. And then you got Luke Cage who comes in with the bad dialogue. I don't like your tone. It's disrespectful, you know, and all that kind of shit. And it's like, okay, all right, you know, that's a little hokey right there. But once he starts whooping ass, it's kind of like, yeah.
Give us the money. Yo, I don't like your tone.
Excuse me?
Brother's overacting. Excuse me?
You sucker.
Yeah. Jive turkey. Don't you wish that happened to the real Suge Knight? You know?
Trying to punch Vanilla Ice. Yeah, yeah. Just break.
Vanilla Ice was bulletproof, indestructible.
God damn it!
You cold as ice, baby.
But damn, that hurt that brother hard too. Ah! But yeah, you know that's and let's go ahead and start getting you in on this, man. Okay. Yeah, cause I see him over. He like.
I don't like this black shit.
All this black shit.
Yeah.
Let me just say one more thing before I let you in, and that is, you know what? As far as we've been naming a lot of the elements of the show, the history of blaxploitation, and everything, but I do want to say that there's some other actors. You know, we've been talking about Mike Coulter, and we've been talking about Marshall Ali, and you know, there are other people who do well on the show. The cops. What's that girl's name? Simone Missick as Misty Knight. And her partner, Frank Whaley, that's the actor's name, Detective Raphael Scarf. Yeah. That dude was in Pulp Fiction. That was the dude that got... Say what? One more goddamn time. What? Yeah, you know, he's almost unrecognizable because he's older now.
It's like 20 years
old. Grown up. Yeah, got them cracks in his face now. But also, you know, he's playing a much different character. He's older, more mature. And there's moments with him in the movie like, ooh, shit, you know.
Well, yeah, and the one thing I like about their dynamic that I don't think I've seen a lot in cop dramas is that they legit feel like a real partner. So they're cracking jokes at each other. He's like, you did what on the first? Okay.
Yeah, they talk about her sex life and shit. They do feel like I know the dude's straight, but he almost feels like her gay friend.
Yeah, you know? They know a lot of each other's like intimate secrets. So you're like, all right, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, they sold that well.
Yeah, and they have a nice like professional courtesy amongst each other.
However, they do have some moments where they go just a little overboard.
Where they give you that history lesson where it's like, this person was the da-da-da-da-da-da. You're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, and then there's the other times where, as much as I love the music, sometimes that music comes in and it's comical, man. When the dude's about to do something bad and you see him, they're like, this thing, because they'll have a touching scene. Luke Cage is having a touching scene with his landlord and they're hugging. And then when Cottonmouth pop up, it just takes you out of it because he's on a building looking at the mean mug in the building. And you remember that?
You remember that? And I text you. I was like, man, this is great. He's like, wait till you get to the end of the episode.
And it's a great ending, but when they cut to him, it just takes you out like
Well, it's like that Tarantino effect when it zooms in on the eyes.
Yeah. And I'm loving this series. I can't wait to get back home and finish it, man.
That's what's gonna happen when we're done here.
Oh, hell yeah. I was thinking about skipping ACL just to do it. You know, I mean, for what I'm watching right now, it's a very high full price. If you know,
Right now.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say then?
So here, my issue with it is that the first 3 to 4 episodes are pretty fantastic, and they, move at a very fast clip, and that's great. It does slow to a crawl, and it does get to a point where I had a problem with, like, the first season of Daredevil, where it just becomes, like, 2 people talking in a room, pushing the plot only through dialogue, and there's no action. And after a while, it just becomes so stale that I just feel like, yeah, I've seen all of this.
And he gave it 1 star on Netflix already. He didn't even watch it yet. 1 star. This is bad.
There's a black man with powers, 1 star.
He's bulletproof. Oh no, we can't have that.
Is there a negative star? Yeah. But other than that, it starts out great, and I would like to hear what you think down the road, because I definitely got to a point where I felt like I was spending half the time looking at my phone.
Like watching it, like I said, when I was watching it for the second time with people that weren't black, I don't know a lot about black culture. They were enjoying it. Like when something badass happened, they're like, "Holy shit, that was amazing!" Or like he would crack a joke or something like that. They would quote a rap line in here, and I would crack up at it and laugh. I'm like, "Oh, that's good," and they'd be like, "Oh, that must have been something." They actually turn around and looked it up. So that's something where I see if it could be influential to other people.
So what would you give it?
Because I'm not done with it, I can't give it
that's the way I feel
a super high rating. But I'm going with full price right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That might change too. And you, what would you like based on what you've seen so far?
It's the worst thing in the world. Just throw it out. I haven't finished it either.
Okay,
but I would say it.
It's leaning towards what?
Yeah, a rental. Literally what it is. It's a Netflix show.
Can I ask y'all? I'm sorry. Did you want to give your rating first?
I said leaning towards a full price.
Okay. Compared to Jessica Jones and Daredevil, I think this is better.
This is the best.
I think this is
I haven't
much
seen
better.
Jessica Jones. Daredevil season 1 I didn't like. Season 2 of Daredevil I loved.
See, if I was going through like how I ranked them from bottom to top, it would be Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 2, and then this. Because this, like I said, it just oozes culture, and it just feels like they finally hit their stride with Netflix.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I mean, it just really feels like something unique to what they do. It's a risk. It's a challenge, and they did it. And you giving this a rental.
You know me. I will always reward risk.
I know.
And I think that's a huge contributing factor in any review. In fact, even if the movie isn't made well, if it takes risks, I think that's great.
I'm going to be on a roof tonight looking at your ass like this.
Like that.
You're
not going to fit
in a rocket launch
apartment.
You want to hear that music playing and shit? A goddamn rental. But nah, people, watch it if you can. Watch it. It's a fun show. It's worth watching just to see how different it is from everything else, even if you don't like it as much as we do. Gamefly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. Gamefly has given me an excuse to do that. And you can even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere, because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. If you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, Stay toasty.